Welcome to Lights, Camera, Mustangs, a video podcast highlighting the amazing stories of Mundelein High School and featuring behind-the-scenes conversations with teachers, administrators, and support staff. We'll talk about the academic and extracurricular programs and initiatives at Mundelein High School, and we'll tell stories of determination, resiliency, and success in our Mustang community. Thanks for taking the time to watch and to listen.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lights, Camera, Mustang. This is growing in popularity. I don't know when we're going to hit like the big time, but we're getting close because you guys said you've each kind of seen a little bit of this. And so welcome, and thanks everyone for all the great feedback about doing this. There's been a lot of people that have stopped me and said, keep doing that. And so we have a lot of ideas on great things that you need to know about Mundelein High School in District 120. So today, one of the things that I want to talk about is our adult education program. And I have two experts here with me to volunteer some knowledge and some expertise about all this. But this is a fascinating thing that happens here, and I don't think as many people know about this amazing contribution we have to the community. So let's learn more about that. So if you guys could introduce yourselves to us and to all the viewers, that would be great, and then we'll get into kind of learning a little bit more.
Hi, my name is Lisa Johnson. I'm the director of the Adult Education Program. And sitting on my right is...
I'm Susan Feltz. I am trying to retire, director of adult education, passing the baton to someone I feel is as capable as any to take the program forward.
Okay, so let's get into that. First of all, help us understand what this is and a little bit about the history, who we're serving, how do we connect with folks, like the whole scale of it. And I think what would be surprising to a lot of people is the history, how long it is we've been doing this.
Okay. The history of adult education started probably 30 years ago. And the focus then was on any adults coming in for a sundry of, if it was a language, cooking, crocheting. It was anything that adults might be interested in.
Sure.
And that segued then into eliminating those outside of curriculum things. And Mrs. Hornby, who was a French teacher here, was asked to lead this program into English as a second language.
Oh, yeah.
And that probably is 25 or 28 years now. And the focus has continued through these years on English as a second language and grown from 100, 200 students to, Lisa and I have taken it to about 1,000 students the last 2 years.
Incredible. Wow. 1,000 students over these 30 years?
1,000 students a year.
A year.
Holy moly, wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
so when you
okay.
say
Yes.
we aren't often recognized,
Yeah.
we're a big
Yes.
component of Mundelein High School.
Yeah.
And it is adults we serve, as well as we have high school credit recovery at night,
Oh, yeah.
for which we're exceedingly proud.
Yeah.
Those students might be early school leavers, but they do come back. They graduate. We receive students from multiple schools in Lake County.
Wow.
So we receive students who are not actively involved in their schools in Lake County. They are instructed digitally. They work independently 4 nights a week for 3 hours.
In person.
Oh, wow.
And they return to their sending school and receive their diplomas.
Really? Okay.
And of course, the question often has been, is this better than a GED?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it better? Perhaps not better, different.
Yeah. Sure.
It doesn't show that they've ever been disassociated from their schools.
Yeah.
They receive a diploma. What we do, we immediately, so there's no lag time, connect them with one of our partners is the College of Lake County. The other partner, the Job Center Waukegan. There's no lag time. So those graduates immediately get walked into the next phase. wonderfully, and then turn it over to Lisa, a student years ago who struggled in a lot of ways. You know, we have students who've struggled
Yeah,
emotionally,
sure.
legally,
Yeah.
and kept with him. He is studying law now.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So that's the other little component to what is a very, very big operation from Zion
Yeah.
to Lake Zurich. We have classes.
Wow.
So I'll let Lisa
Good, yeah,
discuss
Lisa,
the number of
yeah.
classes.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to share, because we serve adults through Lake County. We have ESL classes and AD classes up from Zion East. We, the Vernon area library, Lincolnshire, down to Lake Zurich, Mundelein, and we serve during the days. We have classes in our libraries, and then at night at high schools, and we're
Yeah.
at 4 different high schools right now. And then we also have a virtual component that gets rid of some of those barriers that some of our adult students might have, where they can study virtually. So
we're kind of the hub here, but there's satellite places where all this.
Exactly.
So if people are wondering, I don't see 1,000 cars every night at Mundelein High School, what the heck? We're all spread out and we're kind of the hub and the
Right.
networking. So how do you stay joined with all the different facets of this?
And that's where that's our role.
That's why you need two people like you guys.
That's
to do
our
all
role,
this.
that's
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah, okay.
And that's exactly right. We have to orchestrate, we have to keep our teachers connected, we
Yeah.
have to help communicate with our students. The intake process where we learn about our students
Yeah.
and determine the appropriate assessment
Yep.
and to make sure that they are in the right class. It's a lot to organize.
Sure, right.
but-
Make sure they're putting it in a successful location where interest and background all kind of match up with the
Without
right
a doubt.
TLC.
That's
Right.
exactly, a lot of hand-holding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hand-holding and options.
Mhm.
If we see that students are not attending a class, we contact them
Oh, great.
and say, if this is not a good fit for you, here are other options.
Yeah.
So we don't have drops, we try to reduce the number of drops. We are relegated to attendance and post-testing. We are part of the Illinois College Community Board, so that's our directive, comes from Springfield.
Okay.
And I think we can tout that we have been the #1 program in the state of Illinois for several years.
Wow. Now, how do you measure that when you say successful?
Successful. That would be students achieving level gains.
Okay.
It's an NRS, National Recording System, that we apply all of their data to. That they achieve a level gain, that we retain the students, and that we have grown.
It's the
tremendous.
enrollment number,
The
too.
enrollment
Yeah,
number.
okay,
Right.
that's
We've
what,
grown.
that's
Right.
what, yeah, well, 1,000.
1,000 students a year the
That's
last 2 years.
massive contribution. So it's kind of fascinating to know, though, not only are people from our own community benefiting, clearly,
Right.
but people are coming from all over, it's
Yes.
remote locations, and we're kind of the orchestrators of that. Wow.
It is.
So-
And then we're also connected with, as Susan said, the Job Center and then Highland Park Adult Education too.
Got it.
So, and I miss some of the Job Center. Right.
College of Lake County,
Lake
the
County
Job
and
Center.
And we network and work together.
Okay.
And we have a referral system where we can connect them to the
Okay.
the right place to go.
Because I imagine not everything that is of interest is offered here. You may have to go to a different
That's
location.
exactly right.
If I'm
Mhm.
interested in whatever topic,
That's exactly
it may
right.
be in a different location. Okay.
Well, and it is English literacy though, it is.
Yeah.
The other thing, we've also started business partnerships. And that one, Susan was behind that one a long time ago. She knew that was the writing on the wall and the way to go. And right now, we're partnering with about 5 businesses where we go to the site and offer
Yeah.
English literacy.
I've heard about that, and I think your phones are going to get and your emails are going to get really busy because I had heard that. I'm like, how do we share that information? Because how exciting for a business owner to say, I know I have a lot of people that if I can
Yes.
reduce the distance between where that may happen, and I can just do it after work here, or maybe the last hour of the day they're here with the instructor. How did those partnerships emerge? And if someone wants to consider that for their own business, how would they reach out to you guys?
They would
That easy?
contact us
Mhm.
and we have portfolios that we take and supply to them the materials we might use. And now we have record of having been in businesses in Lake County
Yeah, right.
and successes. And I think the beauty, and I know Lisa would agree, the beauty of it right now is that the partnerships returning year after year
Yeah.
and saying, this is amazing.
Yeah, right.
All we ask of them is that they encourage English to be spoken
Mhm.
in their facilities
Sure.
and support students who need to come to maybe a virtual class or come to one of our evening classes or a day class. If they need that support, that extra help,
Yeah.
the businesses
Yeah.
support that. But what we have seen is tremendous accolades
Yeah.
from the business
Oh,
partnership.
yeah, I'm sure they love that,
They
because it
do.
would breed a certain amount of loyalty to that business.
That's
If you
exactly right.
have offered this, I'm gonna have a more capable, at least on the English side, employee, they're gonna be loyal to me, and then I've done all that for them. I can see how that's a real
It
ooh.
was. The very first business that we partnered with, as the students were given certificates, kind of a graduation
Yeah.
certificate, and
How fun.
knowing there are those people among us who've not ever had a certificate of graduation.
Yeah.
And the senator from the state of Illinois who was in that district came with a certificate and the Illinois seal.
Oh,
And she
wow.
talked to them. And then the CFO of the company came and gave each one of those adults a check that was commensurate to the hours they would have worked.
Wow.
So those people
Yeah.
had that,
Jeez, yeah.
and a lot of money that
They're never gonna quit that job.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a win-win.
So they are paying them
Yeah.
to study with us.
Yeah, that's right.
So it is, you're right, it is then some loyalty.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Well, we always talk about investing in the most important resource we have, and we know that in our position as being our kids. But it's larger than that, because this program serves our greater community. It says a more literate community is,
Without a
no
doubt.
one's damaged by that, are we?
No.
Well, and the
never.
other
And it
thing that-
allows our students, to also support their kids who are in school.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And to
That's
go to
right.
the conferences, and it's just,
Yeah.
it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I like the way you
Yes.
said it. It's the right thing to do. And I, as a former Spanish teacher, would remind people too that the reluctance to speak English isn't as real as it's perceived. People really know the benefit to do it. It's just hard to find out, how do I do that?
Yes.
How do I invest
Yes.
the time when I'm trying to scrape together every dime and maximize every moment of my day?
Absolutely.
Provide for my family. How do I
Absolutely.
find, think about how long it takes to learn a language as complex as English, right? So, looking to the future then, how do we continue? It sounds like there's a transition in play here. How do we continue what we love about the aspects of our program, and how do we think about new things we may be thinking of in the future? Because you don't stay in business for 30 years by
No,
staying static and not
no.
evolving, right?
Well, the one thing, we still have to always look at the barriers that our students have. So potentially we'll offer more virtual. I would assume the business relationships,
Yeah.
that workforce literacy is going to be key to this program.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe that.
And now we have someone in our office. We really run kind of on a skeletal staff in our office. We've been able to do it, and Lisa and I would many times be closing up shop here at 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of hours,
Yeah.
but the rewards so much surpass the hours we work. But we are now, because we're partnered with College of Lake County, Lisa has hired someone who is doing the ICAPs, that taking our students and getting them into a certification, a credentialing. And yet I've been an educator for a long time, a long time. In fact, when I ask the high school students at night, I'll say, I've been around for a long time, so I know about the flat tire. I know about you ran out of gas. And I'll say, look at this, and how long do you think I've been an educator? Through that, I know all of the transitions over a lot of years, more than 50 years. This is what we have to do. We have to be forward thinkers.
Yeah.
So now, because we have this wonderful partnership, there isn't a reason for us on the Mundelein campus to have ICAPS programs. We use our partnership
Yeah, right.
for that.
Maximize the reach.
We do.
Yeah, right.
And the beauty of being with the Job Center, Lisa and I meet, I have asked them for many, many years to have what they call Job Center on the Move, to bring it out of northern Lake County down here to ask our students to drive to Waukegan is like asking them to drive to Montana.
Sure.
They can't do
No
it.
way.
So we now have Job Center on the Move at Fremont Library.
Oh,
They
wow.
finally
Okay.
said, we'll try it. It's been a huge success.
Wow, so there's the innovation.
So there we go, once a month, and
Yeah.
And I wanted to add one other thing. So we do have 2 other staff members that Susan was allotted to. Mary Edley Allen is on board as our business and support service
Yep.
coordinator.
Yep.
And then we have Haley Caniza, who is doing our ICAP / bridge. And that's our focus.
Now, let's talk about funding. How are you funded? How does that work? How do you reliably predict that? Because that's something that I know every year in financial situations, we're trying to figure out, okay, is this
Absolutely.
reliable? How do we do what we know we do? Obviously, you've explained to us how you express tremendous value, but you probably have to renew the funding cycle. How does that go? Does it make you pull your hair out like it does me sometimes? I mean, how does that go? It's gotta be a challenge.
We do. We write a grant every year. Susan's been doing it for quite a few
Yes.
years here. And with that said, then we wait until the money's come through, but it's state and federally funded.
Okay.
This year has been a little bit challenging because
Yeah.
some of the funds were put on hold.
Yep.
But you know what? We have an amazing staff and amazing instructors, and we work through
they
it.
stuck with
And they
it.
stuck
Yeah,
through it.
that's
But each year we do have to reevaluate, and that's where the performance is important, because a lot of that money is performance based.
Well, yeah.
So we have to focus on the enrollment and the attention, retention,
Yeah.
and the assessments.
Susan got to tell us about one of her favorite success stories. Lisa, do you have a favorite success story that comes to mind when you think about it that just kind of gives you the reason why you do it?
I do. One of our business partnerships, one of the students in that business English literacy class, HR. Initially, she always would take her daughter to help translate when she went to HR and asked about benefits.
Oh,
And then the day that she was able to go without her daughter,
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
it was a game changer.
yeah,
That's why
right.
we do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We empower them.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And another adult saying, for the first time, I called the doctor's office and I said my name. It's that confidence,
Yeah.
and we support that. You can do this. I began teaching adults and taught for many years before I became an administrator. I had students that came from limited literacy to advanced classes. They come back and support
Yeah.
those beginners.
Yeah.
Say, you can do this.
Yeah, well, that reminds me of the story. The first time I was in Spain, I called for Real Madrid soccer tickets. And it was on the phone, and I was like, okay, I got to get this right.
Yes,
I wanted to
right,
get tickets,
right.
and I didn't really believe I'd done it right until I got to the stadium, and there were my tickets ready. But I did. So we all have those moments where like, okay,
Without a
proficiency in
doubt.
that new language, that's always wonderful. So, okay, now, so people at home, if you want to get in touch, either you want to be a business partner sponsorship, you want to see if you can help be an instructor in some way, or you think you know someone that may benefit from to be a volunteer or to actually take classes, how do we connect with you?
2 options. You can call us at Adult Education extension 1399, or you can
Go
send
through
us
the
an email.
Mundelein
Go
number?
through the Mundelein number.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Or you can also find us online.
Okay.
Mundelein High School.
Mundelein High School,
Adult
okay.
Ed.
Al Johnson at d120.org. S. Phelps.
That's great.
And we contact people, we try to do it within a business day or 2.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Well, the whole point of these podcasts is for our global audience to understand all the things that happen inside this amazing place, Mundelein High School. We've been on the theater, we've talked to a student, we're now at the other end of the spectrum on the adult education side. So Mundelein, be proud of District 120. There's so much going on here that you should just be in love with the things we do for our community. So thank you for joining me, for
Oh
having a
my
long
gosh,
conversation
it was
about this.
delightful.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
sure this will percolate all kinds of new ideas that will benefit our community.
Yes, and anyone that has any other ideas, bring them to
There
us.
you go.
We don't have all the ideas, we have a lot,
Yeah.
but we receive anything from anyone.
Yeah, Susan,
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Yeah, you betcha. And that's it for Lights, Camera, Mustangs.